we bought like 11 or 12 potions, and we have no idea what they do. So we took quite a few shots there. Hey, welcome back everybody. We have both gone through the trial of the grandfather and come out the other side a little bit changed. In non-Warhammer hyper-virgin speak, we both got sick and are now feeling better. Welcome back, fellow nerds.
Dude, that's so good. In case you all non-virgins didn't understand what we just said. Anyway, welcome to Talk About Tatooine. I'm Andrew.
I'm Nathan.
And we are twin brothers here to bring you a new nerddom and give colorful commentary on our favorite subjects. Welcome to our cantina. Grab a drink and settle in as we set course for realities beyond our own. What are you drinking?
Diet soda, brother. Some Diet Lemon Lime from Big K, because ain't nobody can afford Diet Sprite. That's crazy.
Dude, we got a bunch of like name brand sodas because they were on sale at our local grocery store. My wife brought home 7 cases.
Dude, a lady at Costco stopped me the other day. She's like, I put Diet Coke in my cart, and she's like, you know these are on sale at Safeway for like 17 cases for $1. And I was like, you need to leave me alone. I have headphones in. Please get out of my space. And it's like the old like lady, like who's who. Let me be honest. She's not old. She's in her like 50s or 60s. So basically dead. And
oh my God, 2 feet in the grave. Am I right?
Got him. And she like, it was like the hand out on the shoulder, like, hey, sweetie, you know that these are cheaper somewhere else. And I said, cool. And I slapped down my pallet of Diet Coke and I was like, leave me alone. I'm looking for food.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm still not going to go make another trip to go buy Diet Coke somewhere else. Leave me alone.
I'm not making an extra trip. Yo, so in the store this other day, this old bag, am I right? No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to be those kind of podcasters. It's been a good time.
Don't be that mean.
Welcome everybody to episode 143. Today's recording date is February 18th, and this episode will be released on Monday, February 23rd. Hit that like and subscribe button and join the Silly Goose Brigade.
Doesn't matter if you've been in the fandom for 10 years or 10 seconds, we're happy you're here.
Andrew, oh, you know what? I was supposed to ask one of our Patreon members if we could share their cool models they printed out. And I did not ask before the episode, so I will not do that. But guys, we have cool stuff that goes on in our Discord. People print things, they paint things, they create, they talk about music, food, literature, and cinema. So join our Patreon, join our Discord. There you go.
Yeah, the amount of like 3D printing and like stuff that the guys do there is really fun. I was stricken by the 3D printing virus I really want to buy one because you know what I want to print? I want to print either a 3/4 scale or a 1:1 scale trident for when we go to the Mariners games.
Yes.
Because they're so cool. And the thing is to buy the little stupid inflatable one from the Mariners team shop is like $40. And I'm like, it would be more cost effective for me to just buy a printer at that point. Like I would get to use it longer, right? And I could design it so it like, you know, disassembles into a couple pieces. It'd be easy. Easy.
Did you know you can buy a stainless steel trident?
How much is it?
Let me see. I'm pretty sure
They would not let you in the park with that.
No, for sure. But I have held one before at a bar, of course. And I have held one before, and you're probably looking at like $170 for a stainless steel Sea King Poseidon Trident on Amazon. But they are wicked cool, and let me tell you what, it's kind of heavy. The guy handed it to me. He was like, hey man, you might want to hold this closer to the ground. And I was like, dude, I'm not any quitter. And I just like held it up because I was like, dude, I work out for a living. Like, don't be like, this is too heavy. You should make sure it's on the ground. I'm like, I'll stab you with this trident you just got me.
Poke.
Insult my physical strength. How dare you? But it was quite fun. I immediately looked it up on Amazon, and my wife was like, are you going to buy that? And I was like, no, because I don't impulse buy things. But boy, howdy did I want to.
Yeah, I save up and buy frivolous things like an adult.
I do want to buy a 3D printer, though. That would be fantastic.
Oh, dude, yeah. A 1:1 82.7-inch aluminum replica on eBay is $200. Well, now I know
but
how
milled
long to
aluminum
make
would
it.
be light and powerful. So
But that's a lot of aluminum.
that's a lot of aluminum.
It's a lot of aluminum.
Can you imagine how expensive that would be in the Mistborn series?
Because isn't like aluminum like really, really expensive? I
It's
forgot
really
what
expensive
aluminum
because
does.
aluminum is a null metal. It negates allomantic properties or abilities.
Thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot.
Wow, I know what I'm writing my next lore legends about.
No, actually, here's why you can actually go screw yourself, because that question was so mean. How in the gosh darn heck would I ever know the constituent elements of pewter? That's so rude.
I don't know, man. If you just took like a general chemistry course, you might know.
No, I wouldn't. I took a
you
lot of
wouldn't either.
chemistry.
I did too, and guess what? I had to look it up still. So
Yeah, I know you did.
it was mean.
You suck.
Got it.
If you guys don't know what he's talking about, in was like last month's lore or legends, he totally screwed me with a question about allomancy versus ferrochemy, and I got it totally mixed up, and he like mixed up a bunch. He gave me the base components for pewter, which gives strength and health regeneration. Basically just like it's just a general physical buff to everything your body does, and I totally got it wrong, because I didn't know that's what he was talking about. What were the elemental compounds of pewter again?
Oh god, I gotta look it up. Hold on.
You can't even remember it.
No, because I had to look it up in the first place. I have to take myself off of push to talk for just a moment here. In the Mistborn series, burning metals helps certain allomancers to obtain specific powers. Some metals can be burned in their pure form, while others are burned in alloys. In this universe, burning an alloy of tin, antimony, silver, and copper might grant regenerative abilities to some. And that is literally just the breakdown of pewter, which is funny because I just thought it was like tin and silver. I had no idea that antimony and copper were in there, and I was like, "Oh, this is mean." And
or
then I put
antimony if you're British.
Oh God, shut up! Boo!
It's aluminium. Filthy colonists.
No, just stop it. It's not. It's aluminum. Oh man, it's gonna be fun though. I'm actually super excited to do our lore legends because I pulled from a handful of different IPs and fandoms for this next one.
I did as well, so you guys are gonna have to stick around to the end of the episode to get a piece of that. I will say, my shelf of books is growing. I got a paperback series of the Aragon books, and they are so awesome.
I may have the hardcovers, but your art for your books way better than mine.
Well, the cover art is the same, but the binding on the side is different. So the spine looks like this.
That's very nice.
But it's still the same color. And if I'm going to give a criticism about this series, Saphira is described as like one of the most beautiful creatures in Alagasia, and her cover art is shit. I think she's one of the uglier dragons. I love this series. I would love to have Christopher Paolini on this show. He's actually like got a couple like irons in the fire that I want to talk to him about. I want to talk to him about the Murtagh sequel. I want to talk to him about what he's working with in his science fiction universe, which the Fractal verse. Which is so good. It's so good. He's so talented. His magic system is like, I would say, truly unique. It's so much fun. It's like very logical, but also like not at the same time. It's so cool. It's so cool.
I loved reading those books, so much so that I usually try to read those books on rotation.
Yeah, I have them on rotation. Honestly, I probably read them at least once a year, and I actually try to limit the amount of books that I have on rotation, because there are enough good books out there that I could just read the same exact books every year, and then you don't learn new stuff, you don't find new stuff. Like this last year has really been like the year of Mistborn and Red Rising, and let me tell you what, Dungeon Crawler Carl, it is so good. Princess Donut is the funniest character out of any character I've read in a really long time, and so help me, I will hunt down Matt Dinneman if anything negative happens to Princess Donut, because consider me one of her subjects. I will fight. I will go to war for her.
I don't know what's going on here. Because I haven't read it. So what?
Princess Donut. So the overarching series is it's a guy named Carl who is like going through an IRL dungeon for the amusement of these aliens. They press into service Earth's entire population to go through this dungeon. Well, they start off by killing like 99% of everyone, and then the survivors get pressed into this dungeon for live entertainment for aliens. And Carl ends up going into the dungeon with his cat. It's actually his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, her actual name, because she's like a show cat. So she's like got this huge elevated position of herself. And because the aliens deemed her to be intelligent enough, they gave her sentience, like human sentience, allowed her to communicate and talk with Carl. And she's so funny. She's the funniest character ever. It is literally just a cat. It's so good. It's so good. Read Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Like the silliest thing that could be read, and I must get my hands on it immediately.
Dude, the amount of foot-related humor in this book is so top-tier funny. Like, it's there. I don't want to give anything away, but like the main character does not have a foot fetish, but the aliens sort of have an attraction to the main character, because like the cover art, he's like in his boxers in a leather jacket, because when he's like essentially kidnapped, it's like 2 a.m. and he like ran outside to catch Princess Donut, who like decided to jump out a window because she's a cat and she does whatever she wants, and then the world ended and he was stuck with no shoes and his boxers. That's like in the first chapter, so it's not really spoilery. I am going to try to get these in hardcover and continue to populate my top shelf. Oh man, dude, physical books, man. They're so good. Oh, they're so good. I've had so much time to read since I've been so sick.
I finished the Red Rising trilogy, which I'm very excited about. But I will not talk about that today, because I will save that for kind of our next week's book highlight. But I am excited to read Dungeon Crawler Carl. A lot of people have been saying really good things about it, so very excited to read it.
Yeah, it's simultaneously really sad, but also really lighthearted. So, also, it is not appropriate for children. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Perfect. Even better. I love it even more. I already am a fan.
It is foul.
Sweet, dude. I love foul books. Give it to me. Okay. It's time for story time with Nathan, because you did something really cool this weekend. I went away for the weekend and played a D&D at a cabin in the woods with my friends.
Let's go. Everyone should do this. If you can, with your D&D group, or even just like a board game group, get a weekend, do an Airbnb or a VRBO or something, or just like go to somebody's house, spend the weekend there, play video games or board games or D&D. Like, I'm just going to say it, like LAN parties are still so fun. You should do them. They're
absolutely.
fun.
The place we went was a cabin down in Ashford, Washington, so down by Mount Rainier. Sorry, I'm going to try to like knock out as many yawns and coughs as I can today, so I do apologize for any extra editing you have to do. It was really fun. We brought so many food and drink. We got pretty buzzed the first night, all of us. I made sure to load up on hydration and liquid IV, so I actually felt pretty good. But by Sunday, I was pooping a little funny. It was a good time, but we played a lot of D&D. I'll tell you right now, my fighter sucks at fighting, so that was super fun. I missed a lot of attacks rolling. Our party actually played a few drinking games in the universe, so every time like our characters took a drink, we took a drink. I made potions for everybody.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Those are two very cool things.
So I got a little bit of video of it, and I'm going to try, I'm swamped with homework. If I have the opportunity, I'm going to try to make a short and be like, hey, this is what we did. we made potions, 2-ounce bottles, a variety of liquors and spirits, and luster dust, all mixed together. It was very, very magical. So we took quite a few shots there, and they're hard shots to take because it doesn't all shoot back. It glugs out of the bottle.
Because is it a uniform thickness all the way down, or is it a tapered?
It's a tapered. It's like an actual like bottle taper. So you flip it up side down and it into your mouth, and you just have to kind of be a champ about it and not die. And I mostly made them with vodka and rum because it was clear, and then I could color them with blue curacao, grenadine, and if I were to go back and do it again, I would have gotten some Midori for some greens and done red, green, and blue, and just like you mix the luster dust in and you shake them up and it just looks super metallic. I've seen people, I actually got the idea from this for people who threw Mistborn parties, and they had those.
That's so cool.
It was their allomantic metals that they took shots of because it's in an alcohol solution and it looks exactly like that. And so I was like, I could do that. And my idea was like, oh, we're going to take these anytime our character needs to take a potion, because we went to a potion shop and bought mystery potions for our party. So we bought like a lot of them. I think we ended up buying, there's 5 of us playing plus our DM. So 6, we bought like 11 or 12 potions and we have no idea what they do. It literally, the only description we get, we roll a D100 for them. And it could be poison, it could be health, it could be anything in between, and it was very, very fun. My original idea was like, if your character takes a potion, you take a potion. But we ended up just doing like cheers with it all the time. So that was fun. But I bought a case of 18, so I made 18 shots with it. I have 2 left.
Did you do any of the nasty ones?
No, I ended up not doing anything. I thought about like making a Malort shot and be like, hey, if your character gets like poisoned, you have to take a Malort shot.
Vile.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Criminal.
So I thought that could have been really fun. Yeah, the exploits of the game, we actually didn't like... For how much D&D we played, we accomplished very little. Let me tell you what, when you have 5 people drinking over the entire weekend, you should like take your expectations of how much like actual D&D you're going to get done, and you should cut it down by 90%.
Damn.
Like we were all like pretty sloshed by the first night, but like everyone did a really good job at drinking Gatorade, liquid IVs. Everybody stayed super hydrated. I think we had like one of our friends puke, and she came out and she was like, I actually feel like way better. And she was the only one not hungover the next day because she puked. And I was like, oh, I'm kind of jealous. I was like, my head fucking hurts. Sorry. You're gonna have to bleep that. I was like, my head really hurts.
Bleep it.
Okay, fair enough.
We don't bleep things anymore.
I just try not to swear as much. And
well,
so
if you're
really
a child, get out of here. This is the adults only.
Go away. But it was a really good time. There was one point where we were trying to track down an old man, and we all got ambushed. But the funny thing is I'm standing out front in a bush with a dwarf that we befriended. He actually got in a fist fight with one of our other party members and actually beat up a bugbear in our party. So that that was fun. Sorry, my lungs don't work. And me and him are sitting out there. I failed every single one of my perception checks. So we're just sitting there, and my character, who sounds like Crunk, just sitting there staring at a building, and I'm like, nothing's going on. This is boring. And then my party got ambushed, and they started screaming, and I was like, oh, shoot, we need to go. So I ran upstairs and then proceeded to miss all of my attacks.
I did perceive the screaming.
I did perceive the screaming, yes. But everything else, just my DM was very generous with me and gave me multiple opportunities. Missed them all.
So you really blew it. Did anyone die because of your actions?
No, nobody died.
Okay. That's not bad. Because, can you imagine? It's like, yeah, freaking idiot meat slab over here. If he had just opened his eyes a little bit more, we wouldn't be rewriting a new character sheet. That's going to be a confirmed whoopsie doodle from big old Kronk here.
My bad. Yeah, that was a whoopsie. So that was fun.
Squeaking, squeak, squeaker.
My character does think he can talk to squirrels.
But
he thinks it.
Oh, okay.
I squeak at animal. My character canonically squeaks at animals.
Can you give us a little example of what that sounds like?
Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeaking. Hey, was that with a hard R or not? I don't know. Yeah, Grunk just gets it.
Jeez.
You got to make sure that they're not getting after you too much. Those squirrels, they'll say anything. But it was a good time. It was a good time. We got up to some shenanigans. Technically, one of our other party members has a cabal of squirrels that he works for. And I didn't know that going into it, but I was like, yeah, I can talk to squirrels. And they're like, yeah, so another one of our party members also has some things with squirrels, but he wasn't able to make the weekend. I actually haven't played a game of D&D with him yet.
That stinks. That's always... I mean, the hardest part about D&D is just getting the group together. My D&D group is resuming on Saturday, and I'm so excited.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We're doing Valentine's Day on Saturday, so nice.
Nice, yeah. My Dwarf Ranger is making a comeback.
He's doing what?
Is making a comeback.
Oh, nice.
We there was one point in our campaign where, because my character, he's a warrior of the forest, and those who harm the forest, he essentially just like automatically swears a blood oath against them. And
those who hurt the trees get bashed in the knees.
You bet they do. And I'm in the process of taming a not a bear, but what are the big bears called?
Are you referring to bugbears, the like goblinoids? I'm not sure. Did they just go by a different name for bears, like Bruins or something?
One moment, I'll look it up. This is the most I've talked in like weeks, and I can already feel my sinuses like drying out. So I'm like really sorry for you guys having to see us kind of be a little gross.
Oh yeah, we need to make sure that we don't like go too hard this week, because I can feel my throat starting to like dry up. So we'll do a little bit more D&D talk. We'll talk about Maul for a little bit, and then we'll go into our lore legends, because I think that's all the time my throat has, all the energy my throat has time for. I was gonna make a throat joke there, and I really bungled it up by losing control of my throat.
Yeah, because you're not the throat goat.
I am not the throat goat, indeed. Oh, man, I farted, though, and, dude, it smells. Just stewing in it over here. Did you find it yet?
Yeah, it is a blood bear.
What is a blood bear?
It's a bear that grows to the size of, like, a massive, massive bear, essentially. Let me look it up.
12 feet tall?
Maybe it's not a blood bear. Well, I'm really stinking it up.
Do you know the size, like a size category? Like, is it huge? Is it gargantuan?
It grows to be quite large. It's a dire bear. It's a dire bear. That's what it is.
There we go. Man. We got there, folks. It took him 13 minutes to do, but we got there.
Okay, so a dire bear. Oh my God. A typical dire bear is 12 feet long and weighs about 8,000 pounds.
That is so chunky.
That's big. It is considered a large beast. It has an armor class of 16, 125 hit points, and a speed of 40 feet, which includes climbing 40 feet. So right now mine is a cub. I call her the blood bear because her name is Sequoia Edoras Urzhad, which is actually Paulini's language for Sequoia the blood bear in Paulini's Dwarvish.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super stoked. And I got a little bear model, and it's actually quite large. It's just large enough to where it does not fit in my dice case. So that's a little annoying, but yeah.
Well, as it grows up, you need to get bigger models for it.
Yeah, it is a cub at the moment. I'll have to get like quite a large model for it when it is full size. But right now I'm just like trying to bond with it because my DM is not giving me just like hey, you for free, you just get to bond with this pet. He's like making me go through it, and we're having to experience life together before we officially are bonded. Right now, she's basically following me because I keep feeding her. Like I'm in the process of domesticating this dire bear cub.
I love
it's
that.
A lot of fun. It's so fun. So obviously, like all my skills are going into like animal handling and things like that. It's been great. My character can speak Sylvan, which is actually how I convinced this cub to like not attack me. Is I spoke in Sylvan to the bear, and while the bear didn't understand me, it understood that like I was being truthful in like what I was saying. Just as like a fun little lore bit. Because
What did you say to the bear specifically? The general idea?
This was like over a year ago at this point. But I said, Lois, like, hey, we're not going to hurt you. I see that you're hungry, because I passed a check that I saw that like she was like ripping apart these goblins because she was hungry. So I fed her. I had some, not glow berries, but like these magical berries in my inventory that like stave off hunger. And I gave her one, and that like made her my friend, not my animal companion, just my friend. We're just friends. But I thought it was a little fun to have like this little lore bit, because like typically elves are known as like friends of the forest, and I'm a dwarf who's actually like, actually we like the forest too. So
you don't have a monopoly on nature, you pointy-eared freaks.
You tall freaks.
Oh, I love that. But yeah, other than my character just absolutely sucking at perception and fighting, which is like 90% of D&D, that's about how it went.
In cinema news, Netflix has made a bid to buy Warner Brothers Studios for $83 billion. This was widely covered by the media by a multitude of outlets. As a channel that covers pop culture media, this is a huge deal for us, and we think it should be for you as well. In fact, more than 900 articles were published on this, and coverage is mainly coming from the center. I know this because I'm reading it on Ground News, an app and website that combines news from around the world and in one place, so you can compare coverage and verify information. You can check it out at the QR code on screen and the link in the description. Let's look closer at this story from Richmond Times-Dispatch. This outlet, owned by Lee Enterprises, is a straightforward take and to the point related to the deal itself, with very minimal commentary about this merger. Meanwhile, this article from Newser still sports a high factuality rating, but provides commentary on the deal, as the general concern seems to be the case of antitrust and its impact on Hollywood and movies going forward. A less sensational article from PBS NewsHour also provides commentary on the deal, without phrasing that might elicit a strong emotional response from the reader before they read the facts for themselves. See how a simple word or phrase can change the narrative and easily sway public opinion? While both articles are considered highly factual by the crack team over at Ground News, one article paints things as business as usual, while the other pushes the reader to have a sense of urgency. These are the blind spots that we would encounter as most folks passively surf the web, but with Ground News, readers can get a better idea of the whole story. As average cinema enjoyers, we sought out Ground News as our affiliates because their mission strongly aligns with our core values and are helping combating the spread of misinformation. As Mon Mothma once said, the death of truth is the ultimate victory of evil, and it starts by identifying what's true, what's half true, and outright false. Check out our link in the description or the QR code on screen and subscribe through that link to get 40% off the Vantage plan. This is the plan that we use to get our unlimited access to every feature. Your subscription not only helps our channel, it also supports Ground News as they make the media landscape more transparent. And now, back to the show.
Greetings, my caffeine queens and kings. As by royal decree, I do bequeath upon my subjects the gift of the magic bean. This glorious potion will bring us to victory. I have ordered the storehouses open and Javi coffee concentrate to be consumed post-haste. For all your coffee needs this season, Javi is for you. Need a last-minute stocking stuffer? Javi has multiple products alongside their flagship coffee concentrates, including protein powders, coffee syrups, collagen syrups, and, well, that's about it, but that covers quite a lot. Tuck into some holiday flavors like s'mores, peppermint mocha, or sugar cookie. Use this code on screen to support us on the podcast, as well as get a discount on your next order. Javi is ultra convenient, ultra versatile, ethically sourced, and has a tremendous variety and an excellent shelf life. Now, my lords and ladies, back to the show.
I'm going to transition us into our next point. So guys, Maul Shadow Lord is fastly approaching. So we're back into Star Wars territory here. I'm going to give you a list of episodes that I think you should watch, and we are going to try to get through all of them before Maul Shadow Lord comes out, and then we'll probably do week by week reviews of the Shadow Lord episodes that come out. We're not going to talk about any of the episodes this week, again, because I don't know if you can hear it, but like my voice is already going.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Talking for more than 10 seconds at a time hurts. So we can, yeah.
So if you want to, what we would consider the essential viewing for the Maul story arc pre-Shadow Lord, obviously episode 1, go watch the Phantom Menace. I do encourage you to drink during that one. It makes some of the weird parts go a little faster. But then Clone Wars Season 4, the season finale for Season 4 was Brothers and Revenge. So it's a 2-episode arc with the return of Maul. You can also watch the episodes before that talk about like the downfall of the Night Sisters. I think that's actually a pretty fun arc too. Season 4 went really hard. And then Season 5 also went really hard. And then Season 6, cannot believe it went that hard. Or I guess it would have been Season 7, not Season 6. Season 6 was the abbreviated one, which was still fun, but it wasn't.
It was so good. I really liked it.
Season 7 is the Siege of Mandalore, but we're going to get there. So Season 4, Episode 21 and 22, Brothers and Revenge, respectively. After that, the next few episodes you'll want to watch is Season 5, Episode 1, so it continues that same arc. It's called... I wrote Revenge. I think that's actually a typo. But it kind of continues like Maul kind of going into hiding as he's still like hunting for revenge for Kenobi. And then later in that season, Season 5, episodes 14, 15, and 16, you'll want to watch those, as those also greatly impact Maul's story going forward. And then the final arc you'll want to watch is the Siege of Mandalore. You'll want to watch all 4 episodes of that because Maul is the main protagonist. It shows him surviving through Order 66, what that looks like, and essentially leads right up into Maul Shadow Lord. So if you can watch all 10 of those episodes, great, but if you can only watch a little bit, rewatch the Siege of Mandalore.
Oh man, I loved watching through those. I ended up with, the funny thing is when you were like, hey, I have homework for you, I need you to watch Season 4, Episode 21 and 22, Brothers and Revenge. I watched those and then like 4 extra episodes on accident because I just like kept it going while I was like doing chores.
Yeah.
And I was I forgot. I was like, it all blended together. I think I watched too much. So that was fun. Really enjoyed that. I know we've said it before, but I don't think there's an appropriate amount of fangirling that can be done for Sam Witwer's performance of Maul, because he's genuinely manic in the episode Brothers when Savage is looking for him. Like, it's concerning for a kid's show. I'm like, hey man, you're kind of freaking me out right now. There's a lot going on here. Wish you would chill out, my dude. And just, they're going nuts. They're going nuts. Sorry, I think I disconnected there for a second.
I totally agree. He does such a good job of like taking kind of these disparate parts of the Star Wars lore that he knows. I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest if part of Maul's crazy ramble, voiced by Sam Witwer, was totally just off the cuff, because at one point he's like taking pieces of the Sith code and like it's like driving him insane. It's super fun. Not to mention also his manic need for revenge, which is literally sustaining him. It's very good. I have a lot of notes about it. Not limited to the entire scene of Savage Opress finding Maul is almost a perfect mirror of Starkiller facing down Kazdan Paratus. There are so many parallels. And we'll explain it in probably our next episode when we actually go through it, so I'm not going to spoil everything. But if you guys have played through The Force Unleashed, you'll know what I'm talking about. I actually tried to replay it to kind of refresh my memory, which I did. But
how did that go?
It's not... There's like almost like a whole half second between when I like hit my controller button and like my character does something, and I'm like, that's annoying. Like,
I don't remember that latency being there.
Yeah, it was there for me. So it kind of made it really hard to play, because I'm like, not responding fast enough. I'm having to like add extra buffer time onto all of my actions. It's also pretty clunky, and you can't change the view sensitivity. So as you're like trying to pan over, like you just like can't move very quickly. There's definitely some quality of life things that like the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Outcast have done that have like really made this type of format a lot more playable. Again, I'm not a huge Souls-like person, so like I'm really excited that they are developing a third and final iteration of the Jedi games, but I know I'm going to be terrible at it. So,
100%. I was so bad at the other two, which is kind of a bummer because that means I am also missing out on all the lore from those games. But it's just
there's some good lore.
I'm like, man, I'm just bad at it. It's going to be too much for me to go through.
All right, we are. I can see it in both of our faces. We are running out of gas, so we're gonna move on to Lore Legends.
Oh my God, thank you. Hey, I miss everybody. I hope you guys missed us too. But yeah, I'm excited to do some trivia. Andrew, would you start us off, please?
Yeah, welcome to our Lore Legends, also known as Two Truths and a Lie, with a little nerdy spin. So Nathan, the first question for you is going to be about hammers. A question about incredibly powerful hammers, and not a single one of them is Mjolnir.
Bullocks.
I had a coworker correct me on the pronunciation of Mjolnir, and he's like,
"Did they
actually,
say Mjolnir?"
No, he was like, actually, it's Mjolnir, and you said Mjolnir, and I was like, I don't care, dude. Shut up. Like, I was nice to him, but in my head, I was like, dude.
Some people say dishwasher. Get over yourself.
And the thing is, I was like trying to like give him an olive branch to like be friends with him, and he was like trashing my pronunciation of a fictional hammer, and also was like weirdly judgmental about the amount of Warhammer books I read in a single year, which was also the year I read like half the Horus Heresy. And he was like, oh, that's cute. And I was like, all right, well, I don't want to be your friend now because you're being weird and judgmental, so bye.
Go do your weird incel shit somewhere else.
Yeah, and then he talked about the furry scene in Colorado, and I was like, okay, we have nothing in common. I try not to be judgmental, but it's real hard with the furries. Anyway, hammers. A question about incredibly powerful hammers, and not a single one of them is Mjolnir. First one up is the Gravity Hammer. As the energy sword is to the Sangheili, so is the Gravity Hammer to the Jiralhane. From Regicide to Griffball, the Gravity Hammer is hefted by chieftains and manipulates gravity by creating a shockwave and deals massive damage to those players you choose to smite. Item number 2, the 40k Thunderhammer is truly iconic. This energy weapon releases a massive wave of energy on impact and is wielded by many agents of the Imperium, most of which are Astartes due to its massive girth, bulk. The forces of chaos also employ the variant of the Thunderhammer known as the Demon Hammer, wielded by chaos champions and inscribed with ruinous sigils. The third and final one is the Fallout Hammer. Need to crack some heads in the wasteland? Out of all the crazy melee weapons in the Fallout saga, the Super Sledge is so much fun. The variant used in the TV series and in Fallout 4 also features a rocket booster, because why not? The hammer is best used when paired with the perks Big Leagues, Blacksmith, and Action Boy / Action Girl, since you really chew through those APs. Which one of those is the legend or the lie?
What is wrong with you? First of all, masterfully worded questions, because I have no freaking idea. Here's the thing. My first inkling is to go for your choice of perks for the Super Sledge, and that Blacksmith. No, maybe did I just have a brain come? That's so wild,
dude. Okay, you can't say that.
It's a brain blast. It's from Jimmy Neutron. I'm sorry. Nathan said something weird again. Okay.
Hi, Jimmy's mom.
Okay, so
I'm having a brain blast.
I can't find anything wrong with the Jiralhane hammer, the Gravity Hammer. Great Griffball reference, by the way.
The best game mode. It's the best game mode.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Problem is I have no idea how it works. I'm like, man, I don't know. I just know it goes boom. So, no idea on that. The Thunder Hammer, I know that there's Thunder Hammers. I know that there's Demon Hammers. But I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't fact check you if my life depended on it. Now, the perks that you mentioned in Fallout 4, I think that's what I'm going to choose to focus in on. Blacksmith is the ability to craft those weapons, but it doesn't necessarily give you like extra damage. But although you did just say like it goes well with. So I don't know if that means like you can, if you're referencing like that perk makes you better at fighting, because I don't think it does.
I'm not. I'm being pretty general with the perks.
Okay, so if you if you have a melee build, then you're going to probably go with blacksmith because you can craft things. Big Leagues, I believe, is the perk that the Pit Boy is like standing there with a bat and is blowing bubblegum bubbles, and it just helps you do extra damage, I think, by giving you a chance to hit home runs, which is like extra critical damage, I think.
That sounds right.
What was
I wrote this like
perk?
Action Boy / Action Girl, which gives you more AP.
Which is good because you need to hit stuff. Oof. I talked myself out of number 3. That's the problem. I talked myself into it, then I talked myself out of it.
That is allowed.
Because Warhammer is the most obscure universe here, and I'm having a hard time piecing all of these apart, I'm going to say number 2 is the Legend, the Warhammer one.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, this is my final answer.
All right, well, consider your score updated from 5-3 to now 6-3.
Oh,
that is correct, brother. Nice job.
Why was it correct?
The Demon Hammer is not used by Chaos Champions. It's actually used by the Ordo Malleus.
The Inquisitors. No shit.
By the Inquisitors. Dude, yeah.
I knew that. The guy from Dawn of War, the Inquisitor.
The super badass Inquisitor.
And he really smacks down on things. And that's not even remotely good about how good his voice sounds. Man. Beans.
Yeah, the Demon Hammer is an Imperium weapon.
It's not a Chaos weapon. God, I feel
was that
so
good?
Stupid. That was good. I feel...
But you got it right. You got it right.
Our listeners, again, you guys always get the chance to like write down your answers, play along with us, pause before we get to the answers. You have plenty of time of me sounding like an idiot talking about Fallout perks. Haven't touched it in a minute. So make sure you guys go through those. Andrew, are you ready for your first item?
Yeah.
You better be. Okay, so the theme for this is going to be faction icons. Item number 1. Space Marine chapters have interesting heraldry, often depicting fierce creatures. The Space Wolves have the wolf, the Salamanders a dragon, the Carcharodons a shark, and the Dark Krakens feature a white squid on a purple field. Item number 2. In Lord of the Rings, Gondor is represented by a white tree on a dark field, Rohan, a white horse on a green field, and Mordor, a red eye icon on a black field. Item number 3. In Star Wars, the Empire is represented by the white cog, the Rebels by a red rebel insignia. Not trying to trick you on that one. That is just the general rebel insignia. I don't know what to call it. House Kryze with the Mandalorian owl, and the Partisans by a flying X-Wing squadron across a red field.
I hate you so much because you keep giving me these easy ones and then like one really obscure one. Like it's the last one in every single question that I have no idea. I don't know what the Partisans icon is. I don't know what the Dark Krakens icon is. And I'm not 100% sure on the Mordor icon. Like it makes sense that it would be a red eye. Like I know it's not the white hand of Saruman because that's Saruman's army and not Sauron's army.
That would have been a good one. Okay.
It also would have been a dead giveaway because I'm like, oh, well, it's not that one. And so I think I just have to guess. Okay, so the Space Wolves have the wolves. The Salamanders, a dragon. Is it technically a drake? Like they call them drakes on Nocturne.
I am not trying to mess you up by dragon versus drake. Those words can be interchangeable there. I will say that.
Okay, that's... still gives me nothing because the Dark Krakens is really the thing that is screwing me up. I'm pretty sure House Kryze is the Mandalorian owl. That seems really familiar, but again, it's the Partisans that I don't really know. I'm going to go with number 1. I think the Dark Krakens is wrong because I actually think it's a purple squid on a white field, not a white squid on a purple field. I don't know. Number 1. It's my official guess.
That is incorrect, brother.
Of course it is.
So sorry. So the answer for this one was number 3. Everything was correct except the Partisans, because you should take the time right now and just look up the Partisans logo because it's dumb as hell. It is nothing. It is some abstract shape. It's not X-Wings flying over a red field or anything like that. It's like a block thing. I couldn't even come up with the words of how to describe what that actually is because it's nonsense. I was like, you guys...
it's just a fat arrow.
Yeah, it's nothing. So that's the Partisans flag, and I was like, oh, there's no way he knows this. Because I didn't know it. I had to look it up. Just messing with you. But I tried to throw in as many, like, on all of those... tried to throw in as many like gimmies as possible, like stuff that you knew, minus the one at the end on each one. So I'm glad you caught the pattern on this.
So I'm now 5-4, and you're at 6-3. So at this point, you are officially in the lead.
Scores have been updated.
All right, your next question is going to be all Star Wars. It is going to be concerning heavy weapons from the Battlefront franchise.
Oh my god.
Star Wars Battlefront features many different weapons for the heavy class, giving the player plenty of options to mow down your enemies. Number one of my personal favorites is the TL-50, featured also in Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. This rifle, with an incredible fire rate, also features a secondary fire that first charges up and then shoots off a ball of energy into a concussive blast that deals high area of effect damage. Aiming is stupid anyway.
Correct.
Number two.
Love that.
Number 2 is the Z6 rotary cannon, is another primary weapon unique to the heavy class where you can put a torrent of fire downfield. This weapon has appeared in such famous cameos as the ARC Commandos at the Battle of Hypori in Legends, Rom Koda's Elite Militia, and several times in the Clone Wars. Number 3. Need a more deliberate form of heavy blaster fire? Equip the T-21 Heavy Blaster Rifle. This weapon, which essentially just looks like a giant tube with a pistol grip and stock attached to the back, this weapon fires much slower but packs a lot more damage. Used by the clones and later the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps, the T-21 is also seen by sand troopers on Tatooine in the original film.
So I can vividly see item number 1 and item number 3 in my mental eye. So because I am the least familiar with Rom Koda and the other folks that you said, what was the weapon from number 2 again?
The Z6 rotary cannon.
Can you read number 2 again?
The Z6 rotary cannon is another primary weapon unique to the heavy class where you can put a torrent of fire downfield. This weapon has appeared in such famous cameos as the ARC Commandos at the Battle of Hypori. It's just a minigun. Rom Koda's Elite Militia, where they're seen. You have to block a bunch of shots. And several times in the Clone Wars.
Rats. I'm going to go with number 2 because I don't know if it's Rom Koda or not. That is my final answer.
It is Rom Koda. However, you still got it right because I said this is a primary weapon. It is not. It's one of the cards you equipped. You equip the rotary cannon in Star Wars Battlefront for a limited amount of time because it puts down.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to hip fire it. Yeah, so you got it.
Nice.
You stinker.
I need to refresh myself on some of these battles because I do not remember. Okay, so that puts my score up to 7-3, and the score has been updated at the top of the sheet. All right, we're going to get into my second lore or legends. We're going to talk about big-ass explosives. Item number 1. The proton torpedo used in Star Wars is a classic anti-ship torpedo with the ability to burst through ray shields, particle shields, and dense hull plating. I wrote hill plating. It is supposed to say hull plating. There we go. Fixed it. Item number 2. Virus bombs launched from orbit were used for maximum prejudice on a planet-wide extermination scale. The Life Eater virus inside would turn all organic matter into wet slop. This is a Warhammer weapon, by the way.
I was going to say that's from the Horus Heresy and, the Battle of Istvan.
Yes. Item number 3. Nukes still exist in many sci-fi universes. In Halo, the UNSC used them liberally against the Covenant armadas in their desperate attempt to survive the Human Covenant War.
I have bitten myself in the butt so many times because I just, raced through it, and I think I understand which one it is, but I think I do understand which one it is. I think it's number 1. I don't think the proton torpedo can go through shields. I think it can destroy shields by doing a lot of damage, but it doesn't just go through them. I think it's number 1.
That's your final answer?
Correct. That is my final answer.
That is actually right on the titties because...
don't say that. Jeez.
I didn't say the whole thing. Item number 1 is the fiction because proton torpedoes cannot go through particle shields. However, proton torpedoes can go through ray shields. Particle shields, proton
They
particle.
they just go right through ray shields. Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. I didn't actually know that. That's because ray shields block matter. I guess not that fast.
That's just what the wiki says.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, so very nice. You get an extra point for that, and I will update your score to 6 and 4. You're only 1 point behind me.
Yeah, 1 point behind. Because you're at 7 and 3.
7 and 3. All right, hit me with number 3. Do you have a third one? Sick. God, I could just do this for an hour.
I might not, actually. Did I only write 2? You told me to write 2?
I thought we were doing an extra one.
I've ruined everything.
Classic Andrew. Yeah, that might be it, I think.
Yeah, I thought we were only doing 2, and I only wrote 2.
Hey, no worries. That was multiple weeks ago when we decided this, so I wrote an extra one, so we'll have that for later. And I wrote...
Sick.
You know what's really funny is I wrote my third one and then didn't include the answer at the end.
So you would have had to just remember. Hope I get this one right.
Oh, damn it. Which one of these? Oh, no. I will have to go back and fix that. So that's going to be it for Lore of Legends because we both goofed up.
We both goofed. Do we want to just do 3 every week? Because I can write tons of these.
Let's stick with 2. I think 2 is going to be the way to go.
Okay, cool.
I'll save mine.
We do have...
Finish it out for later.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of nerddom news we want to cover. You guys probably saw at this point. We have a full Mando trailer. So, dude, it looks fun. It looks awesome. We're not going to probably do like a trailer breakdown reaction. We might, if you guys are into that. Like, that's super cool.
Are you into it?
There's definitely a couple characters that are glup shittos. Do you know what a glup shitto is? Essentially, it is an
That's
obscure...
a slur, right?
It is technically a slur, but it's also the phrase used for obscure Star Wars characters that essentially, if you don't like binge the cartoons, books, and games like we do, you don't
every
know
single
who
piece
these
of
people
media
are.
possible. Hey, there's people who are way nerdier than us because we did our lightsaber game we did. There were so many people who were like, I can't believe you didn't say this lightsaber. A bunch of people were like, what about the dual phase lightsaber? And I'm like, dude, where's it from? And they're like, well, it's from the comic books. No shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's why we didn't
comic
see it.
book?
And then they, of course, I'm like, hey, you guys need to reference your material more because that's how scholarly work happens. Like, obviously, a lot of you don't have to operate in professional capacities because I have to cite my work.
Just read all the comics, you idiot. You're not even a real Star Wars fan. Yeah, Star Wars has a lot of comics. Like, Star Wars can almost go toe-to-toe with, like, Marvel and DC for the sheer amount of comics that they have. And when we were growing up, they were cranking them out. They still are, actually. They make them all the time. Like, I have a couple of the High Republic comics. They're really fun. They're really good. I loved them.
Oh, yeah, fun stuff. But I did really enjoy the Mando trailer, but that's also because I'm just genuinely excited for this movie. I think we could probably talk about it a little bit more in our next episode because I do have some things to break down, character appearances that I would like to go through. So I don't know if our folks want to do it, but like I would like to go through it because there is a lot of like Easter eggs in that.
There are, and like there's definitely a lot of channels that have done it really well. There's also definitely some channels that who have pretty like dumb and vanilla takes on like, oh, I thought this was boring and blah blah blah, but they're like the Star Wars fans who hate Star Wars. We're trying to be pretty positive. I am 10 out of 10 excited for this. I will buy a ticket the second it comes on sale. I'm so happy Star Wars is coming back to theaters, and it's coming back with what it looks like to be an incredible film. I'm so excited.
We got just a little bit of extra Rada the Hutt footage, and I was very happy about that.
Dude, he's a jacked king. We said it before, and we'll say it again.
Did you see his axes?
Yeah. You should actually probably just like straight up repost the Rada short that we did because people loved it.
I could do that.
Just like, yeah, just repost it. And then we'll make another one. And then we'll repost that a couple times. Get it out there. Spread the good word. But like,
spread it around.
Rada the Hutt is also a glup shitto because he actually first shows up in Clone Wars as a baby. Ahsoka rescues him. That's that Hutt.
Oh, sick.
Like, yeah. and now he's a jacked king working as a gladiator. So terrifying.
That's so cool.
My favorite part was when Din is walking through the hallway and he knows that there's some snow troopers on either side of the door, and he just like shoots some flames ahead of him, and they're like, oh shit. I was like, dude,
no, I've been lit on fire.
He's like, you know what would be good if I just cleared this room a little bit? Flamethrower.
I don't care how big the room is. I cast fireball.
Yeah, literally. That's literally. He's like, yeah, it's not going to hurt me. Although fire actually probably would be incredibly effective against Mandalorians because their armor doesn't stop them from burning.
It can still get real hot.
Correct. We also got a Galactic Racer trailer. I think this game looks awesome. I think it looks so much fun.
I don't know how I feel about it. Racing games are like me.
Yeah, we're typically not fans of racing games, but it gave me personally Burnout Revenge vibes, and
Burnout Revenge was so good.
Dude.
If you don't understand the nostalgia that is Burnout Revenge while listening to Yellow Card while going 200 miles an hour down a California street, I don't know what you were doing with your life. Dude,
yeah, it was such a fun game because it was like, what if racing was also incredibly violent?
Dude, well, and like I have a deep love for that soundtrack. There are some good. It's such a good soundtrack that I still listen to. Bullet for My Valentine, Hand of Blood goes so incredibly hard.
Dude, it's so good.
I still listen to it in the mornings. Like the guys will be like bopping around. And I'm like, this song came out before you were alive. And they're like, and they're just like, oh, this is like pretty heavy. I like this. And I'm like, dude, this is like angsty as shit. And you are bopping to it, and I'm here for it.
All the troops are like, oh man, yeah, one of the olds has the playlist today.
Oh, dude, I mistook one of my soldiers for being older than me the other day. But the Army has a wonderful ability to age people at an incredibly fast rate. And I thought he was 5 years older than I was.
Oh, damn.
I was like, you're like, a lot? No. But I looked at him and I was like, wait, you're like 36, right? And he was like, oh, damn, dude. Like, ow. And I was like, I realize I've made a mistake. And I was like,
Sorry.
How old are you? He's like, I'm a year younger than you are. And I was like, oh,
damn.
No.
I do see a lot of memes now. They're like, why is it so weird that millennials still think they're young? I was like, wait, what? Because we're not. None of us are young anymore. Not a single one of us.
I find that incredibly rude.
I mean, in their defense, I have multiple kinds of like pain reliever in my medicine cabinet. Got to keep them on rotation so I don't like poison my liver, you know?
Yeah, dude, you got to, and like mixing them sometimes, like you can get some like good effects because they hit different organs at different times. So, you know,
mixing them.
Wouldn't want to overload that liver.
I once described the amount of ibuprofen that I was taking every day for kind of some of the chronic pain that I have from playing sports as a young. And my doctor was like, okay, well, that's too much. I was like, oh, no. Are you mad at me?
Can you just give me some, like, Vicodin instead? We can cut that down. Except Vicodin makes you throw up.
Vicodin does make me throw up. It a very visceral reaction for me, so that's not going to work out.
Oh, yeah. That is why I do not take opiates. Plus, I have an addictive personality. I don't need drugs.
Yeah, the day one of my doctors, if I ever have to get surgery again, which I probably will for something, I don't know, if they're like, do you want some fentanyl? And I will say no.
I'd rather die because that's what would happen.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need that in my life because I'm not going to handle it well.
Yeah, that's going to go down way too smooth, and one of us is going to end up with a problem.
In other Star Wars game news, we have no news for the KOTOR remake, the KOTOR 2 remake, Eclipse, or nothing new for FOTOR, which is not a feat-related
Fate of the Old Republic, not Feet of the Old Republic. Oh, Bastila's feet. Oh, Rule 34 exists somewhere.
You're done. You're done.
You can't censor me. AI can create it.
Oh, no. You are a vile, vile man.
I think my sense of humor is just right.
It's just gross enough without being off-putting. Sure
People
about
think
that?
I'm funny. You sure about that?
Yeah, that's actually, it's like, that's the litmus test. It's like people keep laughing at my terrible jokes. Okay, here's a terrible joke. We have one more thing of news, but I referred to my Labrador, who likes to chew things when we're not home. Well, a couple times he's ruined a couple of our like Tupperware lids, and so I call him my little sea turtle because he likes to eat plastic.
That's great. You should shoot him with a straw.
What?
Yeah, dude, like cut a little like straw into like little Nerf bullets and then like pew pew because the turtles.
Terrible. I was gonna say put like one of those like soda can rings around one of his paws.
No, his paw. Okay, that's fine.
Just
take
his
it off.
paw.
Just
his neck.
one. He's too big for that.
He is. He's been such a faithful companion as I've been. Both of us have been down and out with the flu. He's just been right there. He's like, this is great.
Dude, yeah, my dog's got a lot of time home with us, and I don't think they know how good they have it.
Yeah, they're like, this is great. It's like, yeah, well, it's not forever, so get used to it, or don't get used to it.
Somebody's got to put bread on the table and food in your bowl.
We have one more piece of news out of all the places, Helldivers 2, the current campaign is invading Cyberstan. It is
so hard to kill.
It's so hard, dude. It's so
I jumped
awesome,
in with
though.
you and I was like, what did I get myself into? We're playing on a level 6. People who super Helldive, insane. I'm like, they are taking lines of something before they jump in. And I'm like, I don't know what you're on.
Stim pack.
Real life stim pack. See? Stim pack. Blah. This is 2 ounces of fluid, by the way. I don't know how many cc's that is, but I need it in my body.
What the heck's a cc? This is America.
It's a unit of measurement. It's a cento something. Pretty sure
it's a cubic centimeter, dude.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, you dummy. I was pretending to be dumb, and you're actually dumb.
Hey. Maybe you should, get real close to the mic really quick. Now put it in your mouth. Whole thing. Let's go.
No, why are we doing this?
Eat your mic.
No.
I can't physically harm you because we're in 2 different places, but I also should not joke about it.
If you could do me a favor and hurt yourself for me, that'd be great.
If you could take that nearest dinosaur miniature and sit on it, that would be great.
No, it's pure resin. That'll really hurt.
It'll shatter.
It's got 0 infill.
It's gonna go into my booty cheeks.
Okay, you're still like towing the line of whether or not I have to censor you. You're not quite there, but you're being a little annoying. Booty cheeks, booty cheeks, booty cheeks.
Oh, I'm being annoying and you do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the limit does not exist. I would like to throw out a huge thanks to all of our patrons, Mike, Isaac, and David. Guys, if you want to support us and join the Silly Goose Brigade, because we do love being silly, especially if some of us like to push that boundary quite a bit and challenge Andrew's ability to, well, whether or not he bleeps me later on. So you can support us on Patreon, or you can watch our videos on YouTube and interact with them. Those are the best ways to support the podcast. Follow us on social media, like The Rebellion. We are everywhere, and everybody, may the Force be with you. It's good to be back. Nailed the sign off. Dang it!
You've ruined it. We have to scrap this whole episode now.
Damn it!